I want to talk to you today about the simplest funnel I've found for getting high ticket coaching clients who essentially want to buy coaching. Now, my name is Jason Nyback. I've been doing this since about 2003. I run a multi-million-dollar per year coaching company that helps coaches get clients using Facebook ads. So let me talk about what we've found through our years of investing, millions of dollars into Facebook ads, the simplest funnel for getting high ticket coaching clients. Before I get into it, let me tell you what we found doesn't work and what we see doesn't work from people. Now, here's the thing. You've got to understand what the psychology of a buyer. Okay, here's the problem. A lot of coaching clients who are making, 2-3 sales a month. They're getting a sale here, they're getting a sale there, they're getting a few sales, but not a ton. A lot of them are getting clients using organic strategies and referrals, okay? And so a lot of cases, you get somebody who's been in your Facebook group for 3 years, they've read every post you've ever put out, they've met you live, like all these kinds of things, and all of a sudden they reach out to you and they're like, yeah, I'd like to have a coaching call, talk about how much or how you can help me in your coaching program. Well, here's the problem with that. They're super qualified by the time they talk to you, right? Or a referral comes to you from Sally. And they're like, yeah, Sally said you're the best at this, and she told me this is how much you charge, this, that, and the other thing. And you're like, yeah, sure, let's move forward, right? Well, the problem is those types of people are super qualified by the time they ever get to you. Here's the problem with that. Really hard to scale that, okay? Extremely hard to scale that to 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 plus thousand a month when how can you, unless you're a complete A-list celebrity, you've got a massive following of people who just buy all your books and go to all your seminars and stuff like that. If you don't have that level of influence in your niche, it's going to be extremely hard to replicate that model where you're just basically like, yeah, book a call and it's $5K and we'll move you forward. It's going to be really hard, as you probably experienced, right? Or you're just going to end up getting a whole bunch of broke people. So here's what we found. And let me back up and say, here's the most common funnel coaches use when they try and scale. What they do is they take people from Facebook, in most cases, Facebook ads, and they run them to a lead magnet. So it could be like a ebook, a free report, some sort of video, and then they just like, hey, if you want help, book a call. And then they book them on a call, and then they move forward, or they have the call, they move to the next step, and then you do 10, 20 calls. Half of them don't show up. Half the ones who do show up don't even remember who you are, and the other people who you talk to are like, oh yeah, oh, okay, I remember you, yeah, okay, what are you selling? They're like, yeah, I don't think so, or me, it's a lot of money, so on and so forth. When in fact, it's not that the people are wrong, they might be, but it's most likely the system is wrong, okay? So here's what we've been doing over the years, and it's continuing to work really well for us, okay? In spite of all the new stuff out there, competition out there, what we do is we take people from Facebook, a Facebook ad. Why Facebook? Because Facebook's got the most data, it's the easiest to get up and running, and we've gotten really good at it. We found that for the coaching space, it seems to get really good results. We take them from an ad to a registration page for a webinar that starts in 15 minutes. Starts every 15 minutes, it's automated, and then it starts. And that webinar is about, 60, 70 minutes, something like that. And then on that webinar, I'll tell you what we talk about in a minute, okay? But anyways, after the webinar, they get the option to book a call. So they're going to book that call, and then they're going to get some follow-up videos and stuff like that. It still explains a little more about us, why they should work with us, stuff like that. And then they talk to somebody on our team. Now, I want you to think about that, okay? Think about the steps somebody has had to go through to make it to a call, of which we'll cancel, a lot of cases, half of them too, okay? Just because they're not at the level of qualification that we like. So think about this for a second. Let's take two scenarios. Coach Bob, he just takes people from a Facebook ad to a page where he's got a 5-minute video, and under that is a jot form or something like that. It says book a call, or his calendar, right? And he's like, this is what I do, this is who I am, you should book a call with me, I'm so amazing. I'm going to help you fix all your problems. It's a 5-minute video. People watch 2 minutes of it. Maybe they're like, oh, that sounds interesting. I'll book a free call. They don't even finish the video. They book the call, and then, the call comes and they don't show up, or they're not qualified. You see what I'm doing? See what I mean there? Or the scenario B, where, again, they got to wait to show up. They show up. They stay for the whole video, the whole webinar. Then they book a call. Then they get more training and all that kind of stuff. Well, who's going to be more qualified, right? And it's very simple, okay? Because here's the problem. When coaches cannot figure out how to get clients, they complicate things. They get expensive software tools, and guess what they do? They're like, okay, let me give you the scenario. They're like, okay, we're going to take people to a lead magnet. We're going to get their email address. We're going to get their phone number, and then they're going to download this lead magnet. And then say it's like a free report. They're going to download a free report. Now, then what we're going to do is we're going to get this automated sequential email tool to tell us who opened the email. And then anybody who opened the email is going to get into some sort of email string of type of automation, and they're going to get all these special emails because they opened it, and it's going to try and get them to book a call. Anybody who didn't open the email is going to get to some other type of sequence that's going to resend the lead magnet, maybe another lead magnet, and this and that. Anybody who opens it and clicks the link to the free video or report, we're going to send them on another email sequence. So they're going to get all these other email sequences, try and get a book call. And anybody who doesn't do anything, or, we're going to give them this other thing that's going to take them over here, and then it's going to hook them into that. And then, and then what happens is, and then they're like, and then we're going to try and sell them a $97 product because we want to build value. So we're going to give them 200 modules for $97. And then they're going to go through all these amazing modules, and then we're going to have an upsell sequence to a $1,000 program. And then that $1,000 program will then have an upsell to a $10,000 program. See how exhausting that is? That is completely crazy. It's exhausting, crazy, and so much work to set up, because every time you change something in that funnel, every time you automate something, every time you tweak something, you're going to have to systematize it and manage those systems, and then test them to make them better and refine them. And in the end of the day, you're spending $1,000 a month on tools, and then you got to get somebody to manage your tools for you because they're too complicated. So every change you make, you got to pay some programmer, $50 an hour to fix the thing. Do you see what I mean there? And then coaches are just wonder why they're so overwhelmed they're not making any progress. And they've turned their business to some government agency full of bureaucracy. They can't get anything done. They're paying for a ton of stuff. They got a team of people working for them as contractors, and they got no clients. Okay? And so that's why simple scales. All right? It's really hard to scale chaos. And it's easy to get into your head, hey, I need this tool, and that tool will do this, and it creates this automation. I'm telling you right now. So as of this recording, the previous year, we did about $3.3 million in sales, coaching sales. We use a simple autoresponder. We use a simple webinar tool, and we basically keep it simple. I don't use expensive software tools, expensive follow-up sequences, expensive this. It's too complicated. I don't have a tech person on my team. I have a VA who's been with me since 2005. He can update things, and then we always have a programmer who's really good if in the event something breaks or something like that. But I've been using this exact same system with these same tools probably for 9 years, and I've really not changed a lot. Why? Because it keeps working. So remember, simple scales don't scale chaos, because you will just create more chaos. All right? So here's what I need you to do. I'm going to get into what to do next. But before I get to that, make sure you like this post or like this video so that the algorithms can put it out there, and then we know you liked it. And hit the subscribe button somewhere around here so we can get you more videos like this. All right? So here. Let's close this thing off. Remember, simple funnels, not complicated. All right? Because every time you add something to your funnel or your system to get clients, You got to manage it. You got to optimize it. And you got to pay for it. And it gets expensive. And you don't need complexity unless you're at 6 figures a month. We have, have clients at 6 figures a month, and their systems are no more complicated than, as far as their funnel to get clients, no more complicated than somebody who's just starting out, not even remotely, okay? So you don't need complicated funnels. All these expensive software tools that you have, they sound really good, but they're just going to get in the way. You don't need to have it complicated. So keep it simple, all right? Second thing you need to do is remember that there is levels of awareness in your market, okay? A referral is the highest level. You don't have to put them through a funnel, okay? If somebody reaches out to you and they're like, yeah, I talked to Joe, Sally, Bob, and they said it's $5K or $10K to work with you. How do we get started? You wouldn't say, oh, well, first of all, let me put you through my automated webinar funnel, and if you like it, come out the other side, book a call, and I'll see if I can help you. You know what that'd be like? That'd be like if you met somebody, if you're single, and you met somebody at a coffee shop, maybe at a party, and you're that person that they're like, hey, you know what? I'd love to go for coffee with you. I'm really interested in you, and I know you're single, so am I. You wouldn't say, I'll tell you what, you go online and go find my dating profile, see if you like it, connect with me, fill out the application. If we match, yeah, we'll do that. That sounds like a good idea. I mean, you wouldn't do that, right? And so that doesn't make any sense. And it's the same thing. You're not going to put somebody as a referral lead through a cold traffic funnel. Warm traffic is one strategy, cold traffic is another. But warm traffic is super qualified, and you can't treat your cold traffic like it's warm traffic. You have to warm up your cold traffic so it's warm, okay? And it's probably never going to get to the level of a referral unless it's hard. But you can get it most of the way there through a simple funnel, and that's the goal. That's what we do, and I would suggest trying it, see how it works for you, because simple scales. Complicated funnels and complicated systems are just going to complicate your life, and they're just going to cause more chaos. Keep it simple and see where it takes you. All right, see you on the next video.